You know, I mentioned this other ship so often that I thought maybe it was time that I brought it out and put it on camera for you to see. I've had still pictures of it on various boards and various forums, but never had taken video of it. Let me go back here and light it up. Now, as I have said, this one was a out-of-the-box kit. Now, it was added to by my painting templates, but I didn't do anything special as far as not using the stock decals, and it's a very basic lighting setup. It's doesn't have spinners up in the nacelles for one. It's got, you know, some window lighting, and it just went off. And the saucer isn't quite what I would have liked lighting wise. You can see the windows lit up and the lighting in the warp nacelles, but it wasn't all it could be. Let me let me turn this around so you can see the rear lit up. Nothing in the impulse engines. Those were not opened up, and they're simply just painted. No flashing strobes or running lights of any kind. Just basic window lighting to see how that would turn out. But I thought you would like to see what all the fuss was about. And you can get an idea of what the eventual paint scheme is going to look like. Let me set this down for 1 second. See if I can zoom in on what I call the texturizing pattern for the nacelles particularly, and for the secondary hull. We'll cover this when it comes time to paint it, but you'll see there are no set high contrasty shapes. It is all done with overlapping shapes and shades, and made to look as if there were many levels of paneling going on. It's less the goal in the saucer, where the saucer does have a more defined paint scheme to it. And again, some of this stuff is the type of thing that works good for, you know, a test bed project, but isn't how I wanted to do the ultimate ship. You'll see the narrow sensor bands here. And let me flip this over so I can show you the underside of the pesky windows back there that we've talked about. There are 2 sets of lights in there. There are the 3 lights at the bottom, and then two smaller bulbs up in there. And here is that darker pattern on the underside of the saucer that I had mentioned. As far as that darkest gray is actually the color of the primer gray. I think that underneath the saucer there, that's the only decal I really like. The rest of them, see that decal is nice. I don't know why they didn't do one of those for the top bridge, but beyond that, I could take or leave these decals. And then there's the let me go ahead and turn off the lights. And that was one of the reasons why I decided to put it on a new stand, was those neat belly lights under there are completely covered up when you put the model on the stand that's supplied. So I thought he knew the new stand was called for.